All right, welcome to my stream. My name is Jared O'Leary, and I've been playing drums for well over 20 years, but I still got a lot to practice. So today I'm going to be working on tenors. So you'll see me playing on these drums here in a moment, but I'm going to first warm up, then do a little stretch, then do a post warm up, and then I'm going to work on drum to drum transitions, what are those? That's moving from here to, let's say, here, or to here. So I'm going to show you how I use some marimba technique to actually make it so that you can move faster around the drums. And I'm going to demonstrate some exercises to do that, like some of the exercises here at jaredoleary.com/drum. If you just go to myname.com, go up to the drumming content, it's here. There's 1,200 hours of free drumming content. That should keep you and me busy for quite a while, but every day I'm adding more and more. All right, so I'm going to warm up. I haven't actually decided what I want to warm up with. If I want to do like a grid variation or a technique exercise or what. Let's do triplet diddle. And so there's different variations on here. So there's inverted variations, and then there's 2 counts and 4 counts of triplet diddle. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 counts. And if I go down here into the description, I can jump to any BPM that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first 5. So we're going to do 190 to 194, and then I'll do the stretch massage routine, and then I'll do the last few. Okay, so I haven't drummed yet, so this is going to be shaky at best, but it'll be a good way to warm up. Let's see how this goes. Not too bad. Woo! All right. Whoa. Should have started slower. All right. It definitely got the blood flowing. Okay, so let's do the first stretch. And the first stretch we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate my cable management skills off to the side. Much disappointed. Okay, so you hold your sticks like this. And then you pull one in. And then you follow with the other. Oh. And then you just hold this. This is a nice, good stretch. Ooh, yeah. Okay, now to exit this stretch, you just go back out. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, interesting. So the camera's slightly different. Huh. Okay. Good to know. All right, so if you're doing traditional, you could hold there and then rotate to the other side and hold there, but, you know, practicing tenors, so I don't need to worry about that. So next I'm going to stretch the tendons, so the underside of the forearm. So you could do it one at a time like this. You could do it on your pad like this, or you could go up to the wall. And the lower you go on the wall, the deeper the stretch is going to be. Do not put all of your weight onto this. We are not trying to pop anything. Next, we're going to stretch the top part of the forearm. So again, you could do it one at a time, doing this way. You could do both on the pad, or you could do it on the wall. The higher you go, the deeper the stretch. Good. Now, I'm going to stretch fingers. So I'm doing thumb to thumb. That way it's just both at the same time. Otherwise you could stretch one finger at a time, but I like to be efficient. Okay, so there's what the top down looks like. Hiccup. Finger to finger. And middle finger. Looking forward to today. Gonna do some tenors for about an hour. Ring finger. And then I'm gonna do some Elden Ring for like a couple hours. And then I got a bunch of video edits to do. That way I can start releasing short form content next week. Woot! It's gonna be sweet. Alright. So now that we've stretched, now I'm going to massage. So I'm kind of just getting the forearm nice and loose. Should actually probably massage the pecs a little bit. What I'm about to work on is going to require a lot of upper body motion. You'll see in a moment. Okay, I'll go to the other side. I really like the color of this shirt. This is my +7 frost resistance. It's official jaredoleary.com/merch. Merchandise. Needed my frost resistance for where I'm about to go in Elden Ring. It's gonna be cold. Alright, now I'm going to massage the hands. So I'm massaging the palm and the back side of the hand simultaneously. And then we go base to tip of the fingers, massaging them a couple of times, sometimes 3 or 4 times. Just kind of depends on how your fingers are doing. All right. Apparently I'm tired. Yawn. Okay. So now that we've done our stretch and massage routine, we're going to do the last few clicks, the last 6 clicks of this exercise. Just as a little post warm-up burnout, trying to just push our hands, play even faster. Let's see how this goes. Playing with Hardeman hammers. These are extra heavy sticks and they're double taped. So this is a chop burner. last rep. I gotta do that again, because I screwed up. All right. Now, if you're curious about where that play along is found, it's on my website, jaredoleary.com/drum. Just go up to the drumming content, free drum lessons and exercises. There's currently over 1,200 hours of free play along content on here for drum kit, for marching, rudimental, got some marching bass exercises, all sorts of fun stuff to keep you busy for quite some time. All right. I am now going to work on tenors. So I'm going to put this pad over here. Stay. Good pad. And then we're going to work on these. So I'm using the Hardeman tenor sticks. And you can find all of the gear that I'm using at the very bottom of the drum page. Just go to here, gear I use, and go to percussion. That'll show you all the stuff that I use throughout these streams. These are affiliate links, so I get pennies. Like literally, I got a check from Amazon. It's 49 cents. Woo! Woo! I'm actually more excited about that than you can imagine. Right. Why? Because it demonstrates that can make money doing this, even if it's a little. All right, so the exercise I'm going to be working on is a technique exercise called Rebound. You can use this for a variety of different things. I'm going to demonstrate how to use it for working on tenor technique. Got to make sure it's straight. Okay. So, with tenor technique, when you're going from one drum to the next drum, you want to make sure that you are moving in an efficient manner and moving in such a way that you are hitting a downstroke rather than a sweeping or slicing stroke. So let's show what this looks like. So whenever you are moving, we're going to use like a lead Howard Stevens mallet approach that you'd use like on marimba for the drums. So we're going to do a downstroke. As soon as the stick rebounds, you're going to move using your upper body, not turning your wrist, but moving your upper body, specifically the arm, so that it moves and rebounds up and over. As it rebounds up, you're going to position it directly over where your next drum is, where your playing zone is that you're going to hit, and you're going to strike down. So if you're moving back and forth between the two, it's going to go over, go straight down, go at an angle, stop where it's going to hit, and go straight down. That's different than doing like an arc motion like this. We don't want an arc motion. Instead, we want to make it so that, whoops. Instead of doing an arc motion like this, we want to make sure that our stick goes straight down, rebounds directly over to where we want to make sure that our stick rebounds directly over to the next drum. So this exercise, so this exercise called Rebound, what I'm going to do is some crossovers with this. So when I hit, I'm going to strike it so that it goes down. And as it rebounds up, I'm going to move over into the next position so that it can go straight down from there. And I'm going to move as quickly as I possibly can, even if I'm playing this as slow as 20, as you can go with this particular play along. So moving this in such a way that I'm going as quickly as possible in order to specifically practice the transition. This is not how I'd normally play if I was performing an exercise or playing show music or whatever. This is specifically to work on the transition from one drum to the next and making it as fast as possible. So that's what I'm going to be working on over this next part of my stream. Okay. And by the way, you'll notice that I restarted myself because I'm going to turn these into little clips and use it to kind of promote the stream to hopefully help out some people who don't know about that kind of stuff with Rebound. Okay, so I'm going to start. Let's do 40. I think that's probably a good speed. Might be too slow. Stay tuned, we'll find out. And I'm going to work on transitioning from outside drums to outside drums. Why? Because when I was practicing the other day, I found that that was an issue for myself. Oh my. Way to rush, Jared. Oh, wow. It's amazing how bad my timing is right now. See, I'm coming up short on these transitions. That's where I'm hitting the stick. On the rim. Feels like I'm doing Muay Thai. Hitting my bag downstairs. The cardio involved with it. Bad day to... Talking's not helping. Bad day to wear my +7 frost resistance armor. Whew! That was not good. I'm already getting warm. You have a tendency to provide a lot of negative comments, FYI. I'm not sure why you do that. Should be hyping your friends. Okay. That wasn't good. We're going to go slower. Another thing that I could potentially do is slow, fast, slow. Let's do that, and then we'll come back to this. So slow, fast, slow is way more gradual. It literally just goes up 1 BPM at a time. Technique. Slow, fast, slow. So we're going to start at 40, and we're going to go up to... 160. So that was where I was just at. This is going to take about 11 minutes to do. And then I'll go back to that exercise. So all this one does is it plays quarter notes. And then it goes up after 4 clicks, 1 BPM at a time. So you'll notice that I'm also doing this where the right and the left hand switch which one is crossing over. Wink or not, it's still a true statement. So it's slowly going faster. Again, we're focusing on fast transition from one drum to the next. So you're trying to get to your playing position as quickly as possible. This is basically going to be my upper body day. It's like I'm throwing a bunch of hooks. The hard part for me right now is I'm not getting all the way over on the crossovers far enough, and that's where I hit the rim, which is something I'm trying to avoid. So I talked about it before you jumped in, but the motion that I'm practicing is the speed of the transition, not the actual show tempo, how I would play it. So I'm just trying to work on the transition itself, not necessarily the stroke, but I want to make sure that I have a downstroke without any kind of a slice while playing it. And so I'm trying to basically teleport from one to the next, so I can get a perfect downstroke, as opposed to going like this and getting it so that it's just a slice after slice, and that's going to change the quality of the sound when you're playing on the drum. It'll choke off the sound a little bit, and you might end up hitting more rim. So because I'm focusing on the transition, that's why I'm just trying to do that as fast as possible. And it's quite the workout. At least when you're doing outside drums like this. It's a whole lot easier if I were to just do this on drums 1 and 2 and do a wrist over, or a stick over stick instead of wrist over wrist. Woo. Arms are getting tired. Who thought this was a good idea to do a whole stream focusing on this? I'm gonna have to talk to my producer about that. Minnie, bad idea. She doesn't care. She's ignoring me. Fine. Woo! My left finger, pinky in particular, is getting tighter. Okay, so when it gets to 160, it's going to do it for 4 measures, and then we'll go back down. Ugh. My arms are sore. Trying to relax my left pinky. Ugh. You'll notice my transitions are a little slower just because I'm tired. This is a lot. 11 minutes of fast transitions. Woo! I'm really curious if I wear on my watch what my heart rate would be. Because this is like, I know it looks like, Jared, that's not a workout. It is. It'd be a whole lot easier if I was just doing this. But doing the whole arm, trying to get in the right playing positions to get the wrist over wrist. Woo-wee. It's one of the many reasons, including like drum weight, why tenor players have bigger builds than snare players. 1, heavier drums, but 2, stuff like this does work your arms. And when you're doing that all day compared to a snare player who's just keeping the arms in the same position, you get bigger pecs doing this. Ugh. Not getting far enough on that left, on the underhand. Seems like keeping the transition speed relative to the BPM. Yeah, but you want to practice it differently for when you're isolating a technique versus when you're practicing for show music. So if this was show music, sure, you could just do this. It's so much easier if this is how you want to practice it. But I'm specifically working on speeding this up. So it's just getting extra granular with it. This is the kind of stuff we do in drum corps. We spend like a whole block, hour or two, just breaking down one thing into the most minute detail possible so we can get everybody to play the same way. And when you and I used to teach together, we would only sort of do this with the high school kids, but we didn't really break it down as much as I would have if it was a drum corps, because they don't have the mental capacity to hang for one thing for multiple hours straight, they'll get bored because they haven't played enough. This is so slow. But it's a good question. Yeah. During undergrad, took a kinesiology course of sports psychology. And I learned a lot. And I was like, oh, this is what not only good athletes do, but what we were doing in drum corps. And then tried to do that in high school. And found that it didn't work well. They couldn't hang. So I did like a modified version, whatever they were capable of, depending on the line, depending on the year, depending on the day even. All right. Seriously, that is quite a workout. I like it. All right. That is a great way to work on really any exercise or rudiment or isolated technique, whatever. There's also a variation that's fast, slow, fast. Starts at a high BPM, goes down to 40, hangs at 40 for 4 measures, and then it goes back up to whatever your high BPM is. So it's basically the opposite of this, but I highly recommend working on both. Let's go back to the original thing that I was attempting to do poorly. And let's try this. I'm gonna go slower. Track athletes practice fast dropping the foot to learn plant the foot. That's interesting. In cross country, when I did that, I learned that I don't like running. Threw up every morning. We'd run along a busy road, all the pollution just made me vomit. It's gross. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At this speed, it gives you time to really see if you're getting to the right position. So moments like this, it's okay to look down. I want to make sure that my left hand in particular, talking too much. That my left hand in particular is getting far enough to the left, or to the right rather. I screwed up my crossover. When I was playing the other day, that's where, that's slower than I thought. I was screwing up. Hence why I'm breaking it down today. Now here's what it would look like if I was just doing this like show tempo. It's very different, much more relaxed, much smoother. Oh, I thought it finished the repeat. Yeah, no one ever told me you shouldn't eat breakfast before cross country, but I did. Much regret. Oh my goodness. I'd like to think that if I wasn't talking, my timing would be better, but I don't actually know about that. I clearly need to work on this slower speed. Oops. Timing was off. Everything was off. All right, because this is going so bad, I'm going to stick with this speed. I could go make myself some tea before this tap off would finish. Oh, did I really miss the... Okay. Fine. You could also isolate this so that it's just one type of crossover the entire time. Instead of having it switch between right hand over, left hand over, just do right hand over the entire time, and then left hand over the entire time. I'm working on both because I wanted to work on improving both of them, specifically the left hand, getting far enough over. Ugh. Now it's my right hand not going far enough over. That's interesting. And it's on the easy one too, not on the crossover. Ooh. It's like I went to 16th notes or something. It's one of those things where it's like so slow once you get off that it's just so hard to get back on. Hi, Minnie. All right. So now I'm going to demonstrate what it looks like when you just play this normally. And I'm going to do it between the drums 1 and 2. And we're going to speed this up. So we're going to go to, I don't know, 80. Let's see how that goes. So just playing with a nice relaxed technique. And so this is good for just like working on any kind of crossover. And this is stick over stick, as opposed to what I was just doing, which was wrist over wrist. My ring is clicking the sticks quite a bit right now. Okay, so now I'm going to do this again, do it at 81, and I'll do it with the outside drums. We'll see if the transition work helped. This is going to be a bit quick. Not far enough? It's not going far enough is what I'm trying to say. My left arm is tight. Pulled a muscle the other day, which is why I had to delay this particular string. So I don't want to overstress it. Okay, now let's go faster. And I'm going to do inside drums again, and again with just a nice relaxed technique, not focusing on the speed. So I'd have the tenors that I used to work with warm up with this. It's just a good way to get your crossover work in. Ew. I'm gonna have to watch the recording to see what I was screwing up on there. It may have been my left being slow. Wah, wah. All right. I don't want to hurt my left arm, so I'm going to do some chop stuff for the ending of this. I always do chop stuff, but I'll spend a little more time on it today. It was good working on the transition. Transitions were better, but the timing was bleh. Guess I need to practice slower more. The things you learn when practicing publicly. Okay, now we're back on my website, and I'm going to do some chop stuff. Let's do this one, Blue Devils 99 Shopping Spree. This one's a good one. And we're going to start at a nice, comfortable 100, and then we'll go 10 clicks at a time to find a breaking point. Screwed up those flams at the end. Wah, wah. That was just a brain fart. Okay. Still waking up, apparently.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let's see. I'm guessing 150 is probably going to be my breaking point today. My hands are a little off. We'll find out. My pecs are a little off after that. I have to stretch. missed the shot. I was like, oh, I want it to be a nice light shot. And then it was so light, it wasn't even a shot. Oops. Don't know what I was playing there. Honestly, 150, I might be able to go faster than that today. Stay tuned, folks. We'll find out. Today's episode of Jared Makes Mistakes. All right. Let's try 150. It's weird going back to these heavy sticks compared to the tenor sticks. The hammers are way heavier. Okay, let's go up 5 clicks. See how that goes. Okay. 160 is gonna be my breaking point. Let's do it anyways.
No.
Trying to find my breaking point. Just pushing my hands past its limits at the end. It's fun. Alright, let's go to 165. This is gonna be where I crash and burn. And then I'm gonna do one more chop out exercise, and then I'm gonna set up for Elden Ring. Gonna kill all the bosses. Perfect. Now, if you want to know where to find this exercise, all you have to do is go to jaredoleary.com/drum, go to 3 drum lessons and exercises if you prefer to navigate there, and check out the chop exercises. There's over 1,200 hours of free drumming content on my website, so it should keep you busy for quite some time. Turn that into a short. I got some good feedback from my brother-in-law, so thank you, Nate. Said that, hey, you're sharing stuff playing through things, but it's not really clear what you want people to do, the action afterwards. Well, I want people to use the free resources on my website. So I should add that into those shorts. Hence why I'm doing that. All right, so we're going to do 5/4 spree, and we're going to do this one starting at 100, and then chop out with this, and then I'm going to call it for my drum stream today. No. Sweet. This is probably my favorite spree. I really like BD99, but this one's good. Yeah, 120 is probably going to be right at the edge of my limit today. We're going to go faster than that, though. Dang it. I keep doing that. Woo! My hands were like right at the edge, so they're just like, I don't know about this. Let's do 125. Nope. Okay, that was fun. But I'm gonna crash and burn now. Let's see if I can do it. Challenging myself. I wanna be the very best. So if you want to find any of the exercises that I demonstrated in this stream, just go to jaredoleary.com/drum. Over 1,200 hours of drumming content that can keep you busy for a very, very, very long time. Cool. The Barker Lab, thank you for your questions. Those are some good questions. Hopefully I could clarify them. Glad we could reminisce about throwing up over cross country. I am going to tear down this setup, get ready for Elden Ring, and do that for a couple of hours until about noon Eastern time. So anyone who watches this after the fact, make sure you check out the exercises on the website. Anyone who's playing along live, I hope you had a good time. Yeah, so I'm going to call it here. Let me press this button, and then I'm going to press another button.